What's up everybody and welcome back to the Road to Glory, guys. Episode number 3, where today I'm going to be telling you guys all about Division Rivals, showing you how it works, talking to you about my qualification, and basically just showing you some of the cool rewards that you can get as well. So, first of all, apologies for the fact that there wasn't a video yesterday. I was really sick. I woke up in the middle of the night and was just throwing up, so I basically did absolutely nothing yesterday. We won't go into details about that because it's a little bit grim, but that does mean that we're kind of a little bit behind on this Road to Glory. As you can see, we've still only got 25k from when I last filmed on Friday now. So we're jumping back into it and I'm going to make this video sort of quick little guide to Division Rivals for you guys, because at the end of the day, in a couple of days, I'm doing this Road to Glory off and going on to PS4. So we'll just use it as some tutorials and some info stuff for you guys, which is where it's meant to be. So it doesn't matter too much if I'm not sitting here grinding loads of coins. And we're just going to make this episode all about Div Rivals because there's been a lot of confusion about it. Loads of people asking how it works. So I'm just going to make one short, concise video, or kind of short, you know what it's like, it's me. Kind of short video where I tell you guys everything you need to know about Div Rivals. Before we jump into that, we should probably go on to my last video and pick ourselves a comment of the day. How to make coins on FIFA was what that one was, so go back and check it out if you're looking for some coins. So today's comment of the day is actually going to be the top comment. It's from Big Paul, who said, I got Allison on the web app, however I'm not getting FIFA until Christmas. And as well as today, I got Trippier. Should I keep or sell? So if you are, this is a bit of an interesting one because obviously Paul isn't getting FIFA for months. If that is the case, you just want to sell at their peak price, which will be just before the first weekend league, probably maybe the second weekend league. That sort of time is when the players are going to be the most expensive. You'll be able to get the most coins, leave the coins sat on your account till Christmas, and then buy your team in the Team of the Year market crash. So that's pretty good for Paul. But if, unlike Paul, if you are like me and getting FIFA on release, it's a difficult one because all players' prices are going to go up, some more than others though, so it's not necessarily a think about a best time to sell or buy because the market moves with itself. So for example, say you've got, let's use this example of Allison, and he's worth 10k, and you want to buy a full defense with that 10,000 coins instead. In a week, Allison will be worth 20k, but so will that full defense. So it doesn't actually really make that much difference unless you've got an elite level player like Messi or Ronaldo or an icon, where people just don't have the coins to be buying them at all at their proper value yet. Or you can find like some hidden gem that's going to go up in price 4 times rather than 2 times. If that makes someone's price is going to quadruple instead of double, then obviously you want to sell your Allison and buy that player who's going to quadruple, because then you can buy 2 Allisons back. So it's a bit of an interesting one. There's no actual thing with the best time to buy or the best time to sell, because the whole market goes up and the whole market goes down. But it depends on which players you've got, you can make a little bit of extra coins. But anyway, let's move on to FUT Rivals, Division Rivals I should say, sorry. As you can see, this beautiful little screen, it is basically taken over from seasons. FUT Seasons is what it's done. It's gone away with the normal seasons and we've got ourselves Rivals Divisions, which I actually think is very good because it makes FIFA very competitive, and it means you can actually play competitive FIFA throughout the week, get rewards without actually having to sit there and grind FUT Champs at the weekend, which is great. They have lowered the amount of games you need to play for FUT Champs to 30, but it's still a bit of annoying. So we'll see whether we do that in the actual Idiot Road to Glory when we start. But this is where you track your progress through the divisions, and you can see these numbers are the skill rating that you need to get into each division. So 10 is obviously you're just going in 0. 9 is 100, 250, 500, 800, all the way up. 1600, as you're going to see in a second, is what I am on my main account. 1900 for Div 3, 2200 and 2400 is Div 1. So the way this goes is you play your first 5 placement games. As you can see on the Road to Glory, I haven't played any games in Division Rivals, and them 5 little grey boxes are what is showing how I am getting on. So ideally what I wanted to do was play these 5 games in this video, but with being sick yesterday and basically just doing absolutely no work, I haven't been able to do that, unfortunately. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff from my main account instead. But basically you play them 5 games, depends on how well you do in them games, depends where you get placed in this division's ladder. So as you can see by this beautiful little picture, I managed to win my first 4 games and draw my last one, getting my skill rating of 1601. So I just about sneaked in to the bottom end of Division 4. So that is pretty self-explanatory. What I'm now going to watch is a little clip at the end of my very first game of Division Rivals once I've actually qualified in Div 4. Showing you guys the stats just so you can get a feel for the game, although I don't think EA actually take them into account. I battered this guy. I definitely deserved to win, but it was only 2-1, so I don't know whether they take in the shots on target and stuff like that into account, but As you come out of it, you get yourself 80. So bear in mind, this is in Division 4. It changes, and I'll go through that in a second. You get yourself 80 FUT Champs qualification tokens. You need 2,000 to get into the weekend league, so that's quite a lot. I gave myself 25 skill rating, so I'm now 26 points above being in Div 4 now, which is very nice. But we'll go into that a little bit more in a second as well when we take a look at the tier. And I got myself 680 weekly points. Weekly, like, tokens towards the rewards. And again, I'll go into more detail in this in a second. This kind of works like squad battles, and this is where people are getting a little bit confused. Basically, let's jump back to live. In fact, take note of these numbers: 300 points, 1,340 points, and 4,580 points. The reason that I say that is because this was a couple of days ago, whereas now, if we jump back to live, you can see these points are 390, 1,670, 5,720. So they haven't increased drastically, but they have gone up. Now, this is the first bit we're going to explain, because this is the bit that people are getting quite confused by. If you've played squad battles before, this will make sense to you. To be honest with you, it's really, really simple. There's just a little bit of a confusion between the weekly competition rankings and division rankings is, I think, where people are getting confused. So, as you've seen from me winning that game, I got myself 680 points. I can't tell you guys if that's the same amount you get every game, whether it's based on the amount of wins. I think it's based on, not the amount of wins, the amount of goals. I think it's based on the caliber of the opponent as well, but I can't be too sure. It's probably like a squad battles thing where the more goals you score, the more points you get. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you get points for winning. That's what you need to know. That's all you need to know, really. The amount of points that you have accrued at the end of the week puts you in one of these rankings. Now, the reason that they change is because it's based on other people. And as you can see, rank 4 is 97% of the competition. Rank 5 is 100% of the competition. You just need to play a game to unlock the rewards, and you'll get your rewards for this week. And you get yourself 2 gold packs. Oh, jumbo gold packs. Okay, untradeable, which is pretty decent. And where it scrolls across, 1 gold pack untradeable. So they're pretty crap, but you literally just need to be playing a game, losing, getting less than 390 points. So that's how that works. This one, 97% of the competition. So this is basically anyone who's played the game as well at this point, to be honest with you guys, because there's not many people who've been playing Div Rivals because it's on EA Access. This one's 80% of the competition. So 80% of people have got 1,600 points this week in Div Rivals. This one's top 40% for 5,720, and this one's the top 15%. Now, this is obviously only in your division, so this is only for me in Div 4 because where I'm placed. So if I can get the top 15% amount of weekly points in Div 4, this is the rewards that I will get. Either 20, so here's where the fun comes in as well. You get to choose what rewards you want. So 240 FUT Champion tokens is the first one, so that's pretty good. You need 2,000 of them to be able to enter into the weekend league, to buy qualification into the weekend league. You get a mega pack and a rare players pack. So I think that is a 35k pack and a 25k pack, and that is tradable, which is pretty cool. Option 2, you can have 240 tokens again, or 65k coins, which is pretty nuts. Or option 3 is again the tokens, 2 rare gold, 2 prime gold players packs, which is a 45k pack, I think, and a 2 rare players packs, which is 2 25k packs, but they are untradeable. So you get your choice between going for slightly less packs that you can sell, just some coins if you want to play it safe, or you can go for more packs, but the stuff will be untradeable. So it's a bit of an interesting one. And the rewards tier with each division and with each actually weekly finishing as well. So obviously finishing first in Div 1 will give absolutely stupid rewards, whereas finishing first in Div 9 won't really give the best. Div 4 is kind of in the middle, I suppose. I'd expect most people to be able to play FIFA in around this level, but it's a brand new mode, so don't take my word 100% for granted. This is sort of where most people seem to be getting placed. It seems like they're expecting this to be the average and people will go up and down from here. But if you're an average FIFA player, this is where you'll be. And even if, to be honest with you, even if you manage to get yourself only into the top 40% or the top 80%, 80% is pretty realistic for everybody. Get yourself 35k coins, 34k coins, that's pretty decent, awesome packs. Or if you can go for top 40%, just take yourself a cheeky 50k every week, so that's pretty decent. So that is how these work, that is the weekly rewards rankings. And it's exactly like squad battles in your division with the amount of games and points, that amount of games you play to earn points. As you can see, I got 680 for the first one. So if I played another 9 games and got 9 wins, I'd probably be rank 2, and I get myself 50k coins or some decent packs. So that is how that works. That is very, very simple. While you're also doing that, you don't just get weekly reward points, you get, as you guys seen, skill rating. So I got 25 skill rating for winning my first game, which isn't too shabby. So I got myself up to 1626. If we take a look at the divisions, you can see I need to get to 1900 to go up to Div 3. Now this is every week. You get sort of a reshuffle, a re-ranking, whatever you want to call it, when the weekends, this is where you'll be updated. So if at the end of the week, in 3 days, 12 hours, as you guys can see at the top, I've got myself up to 1900 skill rating, I will be moving up to Div 3. That is very unlikely because that is a lot of games, only 25 points, but it's a grind, it's a long process over the whole of FIFA, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see, if I go down to 1500 and then it resets while I'm below 1500, my man's getting relegated and I'll be going down to Div 5. So you can lose skill rating for losing games. So yeah, that's about as much as you guys need to know. Realistically, you can get by in Div Rivals just from knowing all that. The amount of skill rating you've got at the end of the week is what determines which division you get placed in for that week. Be that staying in the one that you've already got, getting relegated because you've lost loads of skill rating, or getting promoted because you've gained loads of skill rating. And the amount of weekly points you get from winning games and playing matches is determined of what you get for your rewards, or what you get to choose from for your rewards. So it's as simple as that. The higher up the rankings you go for the weekly, the better the rewards in your division. And the higher you go up the divisions, the better the rewards are overall. It's very, very simple. As you can also see at the top, there is also a multiplier for the amount of FUT Champs token points that you get as well. So Div 4 gives a 4 times multiplier, and Div 10 just gives you 20 points per win. So that's the base 20 points. So for Div 4, like I showed you guys, you get 80 because 4 times 20 is 80. For Div 1, you get 25 times that, which is pretty crazy. You get 500 tokens. So that means if we go back, as you guys can see, to enter into FUT Champs, you need 2,000 tokens to buy entry to FUT Champs. So you need to win 5 games in Div 1, which is pretty cool. So that's going to sort of limit FUT Champs to being the elite of the elite on the regular basis. And someone who's in like Div 4 is going to need to grind for a couple of weeks to get enough tokens to enter into FUT Champs. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's going to make FUT Champs a lot more of a fair competition for the elite level players and the pros, because it's going to be other really good players all the time, not people like in Silver 2 and stuff like that. And if they are Silver 2, it's just going to be because they haven't played enough games to get higher up. They are actually all going to be really, really good at FIFA. So that's pretty cool. So if you want to get into FUT Champs, you need to either be sick of FIFA or grind loads of tokens and only enter like once every 4 weeks or something like that, which I think is pretty cool. And of course, you do earn tokens when you're actually in FUT Champs as well. I think you need to come Silver 2, so you need 11 FUT Champs wins each week. Once you're in FUT Champs, if you can get 11 wins out of the 30 games that it now is, it gives you 2,000 tokens and you can re-enter that week. So it's not too deep. Once you get in there, it's kind of easier to stay in there. But getting in for the first one is going to be a bit of a slug, especially if everyone's like, I won 4, drew 1, which is a pretty good record. And then I've seen other people win 5, and all they do is get placed a little bit higher up in Div 4, so they'll be on like 1800 skill rating instead of 1600. So not many people are going to be up and around Div 2 and 1 by the time that the first weekend league drops. So people are going to be struggling to get entry into it, I think, if you don't seriously grind. But to be honest with you, you can get by just from playing Div Rivals throughout the week, just playing some games and getting some rewards. Obviously, these numbers, these amount of points you're going to need are going to go up exponentially when the game fully comes out. People aren't limited to the amount of time you can play, and the amount of players isn't limited as well with just the access. But it's looking good, it's looking fun, it's looking like there's going to be some good rewards for you guys. That is the 2 basics of the systems. Just don't get the 2 of them confused. Skill rating determines which division you get placed in at the end of the week, and the amount of these points you get is determined of what rewards you get from the other division. That's basically the simplest way to think of it. FUT Champions tokens goes on top for entering the weekend league, but who on earth wants to play the weekend league? So that is how we're going to leave this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope it's informative for you guys and you can sort of get a bit more of a handle on Div Rivals, especially if you guys haven't got the game. It's quite difficult to know what on earth is going on and what you should be focusing on when the game does come out. Or even if you have got the EA access, you don't want to be wasting your 10 hours smashing through your placement games just yet when there's not really any rewards to be had. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to try and keep it as short as I possibly can, even though I've been talking for absolutely ages now. That is all the information you guys need about Div Rivals. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you'd like to see tomorrow's video be about. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much. I'll see you guys soon.